What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and it's Top 10 Thursday. Games are by far the most interesting art form. They can make us laugh, cry, or if they try really hard, change how we see the world around us. This week I want to honor the games that challenge our perceptions of reality on my list of Top 10 mind-bending games. Number 10. Killer 7. The team behind this game is famous for making storylines that breach the limits of imagination, but Killer 7 goes even further on the crazy scale. We are taking the role of Harmon Smith, an elderly man in a wheelchair who has a special talent. Harmon can transform into one of 7 souls he's absorbed, each one belonging to a legendary assassin in life. Using this strange power, it's up to you to discover a plot of worldwide terrorism, global conspiracy, and if possible, try not to lose your mind in the process. Number 9. The Evil Within. Each chapter of this game unfolds like a nightmare. Villages cloaked in torchlight, rust-filled insane asylums, and twisted monsters keep you trembling everywhere you turn. Perhaps what's most unnerving though is how nothing makes any sense. Glancing in a mirror can suddenly have you waking up in a hospital bed, or walking in a graveyard can have you being chased by giants. The story of this game feels like the entire human experience being compressed down into a single layer. All of your memories, all of your fears, all of your strengths crushed into one confusing but interesting game. Number 8. Breakdown. This first-person action game is much more than meets the eye. You're playing as Derek Cole, a soldier awakening in a hospital with amnesia. A new species called the Talon are going to war with humanity, and you seem to be holding the key to stopping them. The problem is, Derek appears to be losing his mind simultaneously. Hallucinating cats, seeing your own arms without skin, or stumbling into a desert at the top of an office building. Reality seems to be coming apart around you, forcing you to question everything. They even introduce a concept of time working as a pendulum, that you can be stuck bouncing through your life forever in random sequence. Number 7. Fez. This is Gomez, a happy little creature who lives a quiet 2D life inside a 3D world. One day he stumbles upon the power to flip his plane of existence. His 2D life now has 4 sides, like suddenly living on one side of a cube. Being able to rotate the world, he can now go places that he never thought possible. Every wall could be a doorway. A jump that's too far to make can now be just a small step away from a different angle. Fez is able to instill a rare sense of awe because no matter how far you get in the game, you still feel slightly lost as to what's going on. The game will even pretend to glitch out and reset, almost in a way reminding you that for any good new thought, you need to see it with fresh eyes. Number 6. Omikron the Nomad Soul. David Cage is a director probably best known for his PS3 titles Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls, but back in 1999 he was working on a weird project called Omikron. In this, you are the main character, controlling humans in an alternate universe. There's a massive conspiracy involving demons eating souls, and now you've been pulled into this world to try and sort things out. What made this game so unique is that you don't actually choose a character, you become a character. At the start you're playing as a cop, but if you die, the first person to touch your body is the next person you jump into. You could end up as a doctor, a stripper, or even a backup singer for David Bowie. With so many different branching paths and different points of view, it makes this world so easy to get consumed in. Number 5. The World Ends With You. These teenagers with tons of hair gel that you're seeing are Reapers, spirits stuck outside time in Japan. At the dawn of each day, they awaken, with a text message in their phone giving them a target that must be taken out if they want to continue to exist. This earns its slot on the list both for its weird story and perplexing control style. In this game, when you get into combat, you're controlling 2 separate fights at once. By using the D-pad, you're controlling the fight on one screen. By using the face buttons, you're controlling the magic the other person casts on the bottom screen. This game is obviously quite strange, but at the same time, it challenges what you might think of odd gameplay. Number 4. Bioshock Infinite. Each of the Bioshock games has some sort of twist that makes them interesting, but Infinite's ending changes the game completely. Booker DeWitt has a simple sounding goal: bring us the girl and wipe away the debt. To do this, he needs to break into the flying city of Columbia and find Elizabeth Comstock. Throughout the game, you need to rely on Elizabeth's special ability to skip from one parallel universe to the next. In some universes, you're a good guy. In some universes, you're a tyrant. Some you lead a resistance to save the city, and in some you're a terrorist feared by the people. During the epic conclusion of this game, you start to see the full extent of the multiverse. You see all the people you could have been, all the paths you didn't walk, and more than anything, you realize the weight of every choice you've ever made. Number 3. Braid. This puzzle platformer focuses on a man named Tim, a man with, well, an odd talent. He can rewind time. This ability to fight the flow of time leads to some truly difficult puzzles though. Say you need to use one key on 2 different doors, but the first time you use the key, it breaks. How can you reverse time to open both doors? As you progress through the game, you learn more interesting ways to harness the powers of time, but we also learn more about Tim and his life. We realize that the point of all these puzzles is to try and find his girlfriend, to rescue her from an evil knight. Every obstacle that slows him down only makes him fight harder, but on the final level, we learn something truly startling. The princess that we're pursuing, this girlfriend that we're trying to find so hard, well, it turns out she's running from him. She's set these puzzles up. She's trying to escape our hero. Number 2. Portal 2. The first time I ever played Portal, I felt like I was growing an all-new section inside my brain. These physics puzzles seem to break everything I'd ever learned in gaming. One gun that can fire 2 portals. Enter one portal, come out the other. This is such a simple concept that leads to some brilliant puzzle solving. Now, if it was just awesome gameplay, that would be one thing, but the lab you're trapped in is actually full of even more fascinating secrets. Walls that have mad scribblings covering them, paths that go nowhere, legends of delicious cake that no one has ever tasted. Even the opening of Portal 2 seems to poke fun at what we expect from the world around us. We start in this sloppy room. The room itself is just made to make you feel safe, while in fact you're actually being transported dangerously along a rail system, watching the room collapse around you. This game brilliantly sets a standard and immediately shatters it again and again. Nothing is what it seems, and you need to relearn gravity physics if you want any chance of surviving this lab. Number 1. Eternal Darkness. This psychological thriller blurs the line between fantasy and reality. You have a health meter and a sanity meter. Losing health of course causes you to die, but losing your mind, well, that's a more curious endeavor. Your character will begin to hear voices, see monsters that aren't there, or even enter a room and find yourself standing on the ceiling. The game will even go so far as to pretend that it's breaking, showing glitches on the screen to try and get you to panic in real life. During your journey through this game, you get to take the role of many different characters, each with their own unique, deep set of fears. With this, the game actually tries to get even deeper inside your head. As each character's grip on sanity weakens, their deepest terrors are made real around them. It feels like the developers want to do more than just freak you out. They want you to sink into the world, to make you feel like your own sense of reality is breaking down. For its marvelous job of entertaining you, confusing you, and keeping you downright intrigued, it wins my award as the most mind-bending game. Did your favorite trippy game not make the list? Got an idea for a future top 10? Leave it in the comments down below. If you want, give this video a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. You know what? I want you to do me a special favor this month. The next time you see a game that looks weird and you don't know if you'll like it, pick it up and try it. This is a game that's a weird horror game, and when I played it, I ended up loving it. But by the cover art, I wasn't sure. So please, next time you see a weird game, play it and see if you love it. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, maybe check out my last video. Please subscribe, and if you want, share this somewhere with your friends.